And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition, Season 8. This is episode 6. None of my contestants have made it to the million, but we're hoping maybe today's contestant can. We have with us, returning from previous seasons, Mr. Brian Crawford, Disney lover, keep Walt in Disney on Instagram, and just an overall classic movie guy. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Mark. Thanks for having me back on the show. See if I can't do a little bit better, maybe get into the 5-digit earnings this time.
Thank you for
But
coming. Thank you for
yeah,
coming.
it's great. It's cool that you do this. 8 seasons. Wow.
I know that's what I thought to myself too.
Yeah.
Like, wow, eight
I
seasons of
I
this.
think this is my third time on the show, maybe
It,
fourth.
it might be fourth. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure. I have to check the statistics
I,
after.
yeah, I've never won the million, but
Very few people have. So,
yeah.
and for people who are new to the show or haven't seen you, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Brian. I'm mostly active on Instagram, where you can find me at Keeping Walt in Disney, all one word. And on that channel or Instagram feed, I post a lot of vintage Disneyland things, some items from my vintage Disney collection, but mostly I focus on the classic Disney live action films. So anything pre 1980 live action. That's kind of what I do. And I post a lot about what I'm watching, what I'm interested in. I gripe about a lot of things that aren't on Disney Plus that should be. My favorite Disney live action film is Pollyanna. I'm a big Haley Mills fan. I also have a special affection for the 1970s Disney live action comedies. Big fan of the North Avenue Irregulars, Freaky Friday, the Kurt Russell, Dexter Riley series, those movies. And unlike Mark, I have a special place in my heart for Disney animal films.
Yes. we definitely did disagree on that.
Yeah, well, I love to read his blog. He's in the midst for some time now trying to watch every Disney live action theatrical release, and so it's fun to
It's been
read
nine
your
years.
blog.
It's
9 years.
nine
Yeah.
years for this, and I'm still going through them.
Yeah. One last thing I'll say is I do every couple of weeks or 2 or 3 weeks. My friend Jared, who's at Every Disney Flick on Instagram, him and I, we do an Instagram live, and we'll just chat about we'll just pick a live action movie that we both enjoy. We've done, I think, 12 episodes now. We've done. So you can go to my YouTube channel, which is still Keeping Walt and Disney, and you can watch our episodes on the North Avenue Irregulars, the one and only genuine original family band. We just did The Adventures of Bullwhip Griffin. I think Summer Magic, Parent Trap. We got a lot that's on there, so it's a lot of fun doing that. We just dish for about an hour, hour and a half, and interact with the chat because we're doing via Instagram Live. So just check out my Instagram page and follow along, and you can get all those updates.
Awesome, and I'll
Yeah,
definitely put links put links
thanks.
to those below. And for anyone else who's watching this, who's new to this is a 12-question multiple choice game show about anything even remotely related to the field of animation. As long as Brian keeps getting questions right, he goes higher up the ladder. Once he gets one wrong, that's the end of the game, and he leaves with the last number of points from the last safe haven. He has 3 lifelines to help him, 50-50. He gets rid of two wrong answers. A phone a friend, he can call someone for help if he chooses. Excuse me. And an Ask the Expert. This season, our expert is Mr. Skyler Schuler. You know him from the Disney Insider, and he won the game show last season. So I've asked him all these questions, and Brian can see how he answers and decides if he wants to go with that or not. And if Brian gets to 32,000 points, he'll get a 4th lifeline to double dip, which allows him to take 2 shots at answering a question. And after that lengthy intro, Brian, are you ready to play Million?
I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm gonna get to that double dip lifeline today. If
I,
this video is longer than 30 minutes, then I did good.
I have faith in you. I know you can do it. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yep.
And again,
Cool
this is
font.
your
Yeah.
thanks. This is your lateral points. Remember, the yellow ones are your benchmarks. Once you get to those, you can't lose them. And everyone, check out Skyler Schuler at the DisneyInsider.com. It's a very wonderful Disney news and Disney scoop site. It's probably the only Disney scoop site that I think is any good, and I love following their news and scoops. So give them a follow and check it out. Okay, Brian, let's get to it. 500 points.
Okay, the softball ones.
What is the title of the animated 1988 Don Bluth film featuring dinosaurs? Is it The Land Before McDonald's, The Land Before Time, The Land Before Social Media, or The Land Before You Reach the Highway?
Wow, I've seen two of these movies before. The
If
Land Before McDonald's.
I lived through one of
Wow.
them.
Yeah, I mean, great movie. You get a cast full of the Hamburger and the Grimace. Well, the only title there that I recognize but I'm familiar with, I've seen it before, is B, The Land Before Time. That would
Nothing,
be my final answer.
nothing's final until you say final answer. So take your
Yeah.
time, but I'm sure you know your answer is correct. There
Yay.
we go.
I
Got
got
it.
past the first one.
That's the goal, right?
Oh
This,
my gosh. I haven't seen that in a while.
this is a film that I honestly I like some of the sequels to it better than I like this film. I guess it's a little
Oh, really?
too slow for me, maybe, or also I didn't grow up
Mm,
with it, so I don't have nostalgia for it. I have nostalgia for some of the sequels because I grew up with those. But yeah, I
mhm.
can't. I don't get into. I don't dislike it, but it's not like my favorite film.
Yeah, it's really reminiscent of what American Tail. I think it came out just 2 years after that.
I think so. Yeah.
That was Don Bluth. Yeah, there it is from the
Yeah.
creators of An American Tail.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Yeah,
I couldn't see
I
that.
didn't know this was a Lucas Spielberg uh venture. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there was a time when Don Bluth was his films were being Spielberg and was being involved heavily in it.
Okay.
Don Bluth actually wrote his own autobiography that came out recently, and it is
Uh-huh.
called Somewhere Out There. It's on my list of books to read. I
Oh,
haven't
that
haven't
makes
read it yet.
sense.
I haven't read it yet, but I definitely
I
want to check that out.
neat to see James Horner on the credits there. He did the
Oh yeah,
music.
that's true.
Nice. Kathleen Kennedy. Wow. Her
There's
name shows up all over the place.
a lot of throwbacks over there.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you did wonderful. The next one's a 1,000 points. After mind you, if you get that wrong, you'll leave with nothing. I don't think that's going to happen, but just let you know.
Okay.
1,000. Here we
Well,
go.
the more Disney, the better.
Hey, here we go. Disney. Who was the first Black Disney princess in an animated Disney canon film? Was it Rapunzel, Ariel, Belle, or Tiana?
Well, just by knowledge of the film The Princess and the Frog, and the main character in that being Tiana, that's probably what I'm going to go with. Also, I could tell you that none of the other choices are black. So, well, actually, maybe Ariel will be uh, black in the live action remake. Isn't that right? I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yep. But to answer your question here, the first black Disney princess in an animated Disney canon film would be D. Tiana. That's my final answer.
My English teacher would have loved you because you answer all the questions in perfect sentences. So I appreciate that. Your answer is
All right.
correct.
Well, I guess this is how I get an invite to be back on.
You have 1,000 points no matter what you do today.
All
What
right.
What do you think of Princess and the Frog? Personally, for me, I I don't. It's okay, but the what it stands out for me before this movie came out, I could never decide if I liked hand drawn animation better or computer
Mm-hmm.
or CG animation. I always thought they were equal in my mind. But when this movie came out, this was after Disney said, Home on the Range was the last 2D animated movie they were
Right.
doing. And then
Yeah.
when this came out, literally it was like a breath of fresh air when I was watching it to see how smooth this animation was. Like, and then that's when I fell in love with hand drawn animation. So that's why this movie is so
Yeah.
important to me.
I'm in the same boat. hand-drawn animation will always be my preferred medium for animation. I mean, not this doesn't mean I don't like the
Yeah,
computer generated
of course.
animation. Of course, it's pretty spectacular. When this film, just before this film came out, I was stationed in Alabama, and I drove down to New Orleans, and there's a museum in the Garden District of New Orleans that I went
Okay.
to, and they had an exhibit of like a lot of the artwork that was used, like the background images and some of the um I think they had some of the cell work and things on display, and I just was like, wow, this is amazing stuff. And I was hooked right then and there. Turns out that this is my favorite Disney princess movie.
Okay, well, okay, awesome. I didn't
I
know
I
that.
really like this one, and the music, of course, is really what brings it home for me. It's just great,
Awesome.
and I love beignets.
I didn't realize it was your favorite Disney princess movie. That's awesome. And
Mhm.
now we're gonna
Yeah,
get it.
which is crazy because I'm usually an old school kind of guy, but
Exactly,
I
exactly.
really like this movie.
Well, that's very high praise, and yeah, we're gonna see a
Yeah,
lot more of her in the parks because they're redoing Splash Mountain as
that is correct.
Tiana's adventure, whatever the name is, I forget. But
Yeah,
we'll see her,
Tiana's Bayou Adventure or something.
something like that.
I
But yeah,
can't remember. I'm not a well. We'll see what happens. I can't say anything until I write it, but I will say this: that I'm glad that the original Splash Mountain version will remain in Tokyo.
okay. So
Yeah,
if we want to try that, we gotta go to Japan.
that's right.
Okay, Brian, you're doing amazing. Let's keep going.
All
2,000
right.
points. Which historical figure serves as the villain in the animated 1997 Don Bluth film Anastasia, based on the legend of the daughter of Tsar Nicholas II? Was it Rasputin, Joseph Stalin, Vladimir Lenin, or Mikhail Gorbachev?
Wow, historical figure. Okay,
Have you seen Anastasia?
man. I have, and it's been a long time. So
Yeah,
this is
take your turn.
based on the legend of the daughter of Tsar Nicholas II. I
Yep.
by that I'm gonna probably not even consider D.
You have lifelines if you need them.
Yeah, B seems too recent. Rasputin is kind of what I'm leaning toward. Vladimir Lenin. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use the lifeline. So
Okay. So you can
let
ask.
me do the ask the expert. Can I do that one first?
Sure. Yeah, we can go to
Okay.
Skyler. We asked him. He said, I'm 100% sure it's a Rasputin.
Yeah. That's what I was going with. That was my hunch. Rah rah Rasputin, doot doot doot. So if he's 100% sure, I'm gonna go with the expert and say A, Rasputin. Yeah.
Final answer.
Yep. Final answer.
Okay, he wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, Skyler, he was 100% sure. You're going with him. Is it Rasputin? Your answer is correct.
All right.
Great job.
I like how you hold that out for so long, and I'm like getting nervous. I'm like, is my night over?
I have eight seasons worth of experience with that,
Yeah,
and
you
and
do a good job.
the very ironic or coincidental thing about this is today actually Mikhail Gorbachev passed away. So it's a very I
Did he
had
really?
yeah, he died today at 91. I didn't plan that. I
Wow.
didn't plan this, but that's just how it
Yeah.
worked.
See, the reason why I'm wearing a tie is because I was teaching class tonight, and I haven't even been paying attention to the news.
Yeah, he
'Cause
passed
I
away.
was
He was
prepping for
91.
class and then teaching, and then wow, and then I came straight home to do this.
We
Well,
appreciate it.
that's pretty significant.
Yeah,
I'll have to
in
watch the
history.
news tonight. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, this is Rasputin in Anastasia. He was voiced by Christopher Lloyd, and they made him very like
Oh,
It's so yeah, it's Christopher Lloyd. So you always enjoy his
yeah,
performance.
I can see that. Yeah.
And yeah,
I a very high hairline and the ears.
And they make him like make him more like a sorcery kind of a figure. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very loosely based on Rasputin, but
What's
he's
he
the
holding
guy.
in his hand there?
I forget. It's been a while since I saw the movie, but it was something important, but I forget
Yeah,
what it was.
something green and glowing. Maybe the source of his power.
Something like that. I can't quite remember, but it's probably Anastasia is considered, I think, by most people the best Don Bluth film. It's not my favorite of his, but it is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay,
been a while.
all right, Brian, you used a lifeline, but that's what they're for. Let's keep going. 5,000.
Come on, give me something
What
Disney.
is the name of Barney's wife in the animated Hanna-Barbera television series The Flintstones from 1960 to 1966? Was it
Barney's
Bernice,
wife.
Bernadette, Blair, or Betty?
All
Excuse
right.
me.
Well, you know what? After the Flintstones original run, they showed reruns on TBS like all the time when I was a kid. And I was just addicted to this show. And so I definitely know the answer to this. One of my favorite things about this show is every time Fred and Barney showed up to like any kind of establishment, they would stop, look up, and read the sign without fail. I
Not,
always thought that was so crazy. It's like, and I would pay attention to that. And boy,
I never realized that until you just
yeah.
mentioned it. But yeah,
Well, Barney's wife is Betty Rubble.
so
So my final answer is D, Betty.
sounds like this was an easier question for you than the last one. Your answer is correct.
Yeah.
The Flintstones is I love the Flintstones. It's one of my favorite
Oh, there she
animated
is.
shows.
And Bam
Yeah,
Bam, their
Bam
kid.
Bam.
Yeah.
I know there's always been talks about rebooting the series for a modern audience. I know Seth MacFarlane who wanted to do one recently, but that got pushed
Oh,
aside. And I know there's a Hanna Barbera show. Well, it's with Hanna Barbera characters called Jellystone that came out last year with a lot of Hanna Barbera characters. I'm not sure if the Flintstones are
I,
in it.
I don't remember that one. I couldn't
Yeah,
tell you. I do know of the live action Flintstones with John Goodman,
and
who
Rick
played Fred
Moranis.
Flintstone. I don't remember who played in any of the other characters. So
Rick Moranis was Barney
was
Rubble,
Rick Moranis was Barney.
and Rose Rosie O'Donnell was Betty Rubble.
Gosh, who
So
was Wilma?
I don't remember that one actually,
Oh, okay.
but
Well,
yeah, 3 out of
that's
4 ain't bad.
awesome.
Okay, awesome. Brian, let's keep going. 10,000 points.
All right.
Which, hey, a Disney one. Which animated Disney canon film prominently features the phrase "Keep moving forward"? Is it Big Hero 6, Fantasia 2000, Lilo and Stitch, or Meet the Robinson?
All right. There they come. I was like, where's the choices? I think the right answer has not been displayed yet.
Oh, is there a lag?
Yeah. We'll wait for it to pop up. Well, keep moving forward was that right at the end of this film, there was a little credit that kind of speaks to Walt Disney's philosophy on how he and his Imagineers uh, treated technology and how they would incorporate uh, that kind of technology and never sit on their laurels. You know, they were always interested in making new things and discovering new things. So keep moving forward was a huge slogan for him and his Imagineers, and that was a pretty big theme of the movie Meet the Robinsons. And that's an underrated film. I feel it's really good. So D, Meet the Robinson. That's my final answer.
You know your Disney stuff. Your answer is correct. I totally agree with you. It is a very underrated film. It the last time I ranked the Disney canon, this was I think in my top 13 or something. Like
Oh, cool.
this
Yeah.
is really this. I wish it was more. I don't know if it's just underseen or it's underrated. I'm not sure which of the two it is, but I wish people would talk
Yeah.
about it more.
I wish I could say I've seen it as many as the other ones. I've probably seen it 4 or 5 times,
Yeah,
and
probably the
that's
same.
just
Yeah.
probably not compared to the rest of the canon.
Mhm.
I've probably seen it each film at least 10 times,
Yeah,
with the exception of maybe like the Black Cauldron or something, which
I,
I like that movie too.
Mhm.
But Meet the Robinsons has such a great message, and I know it's a favorite for many Disney fans from that generation. Like, when did it come out? Like 98?
No, 2007 this came out.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
2007. Okay, never mind.
but yeah, this is
It,
I totally agree
not
there with you.
too
So
it's not it's pretty recent then.
yeah, it's one of the more recent ones. It was right
Okay.
before um the Disney revival, like before Bolt and then Princess and the Frog came out. So
Oh, that's right. You know what? Meet the Robinsons, I want to say, is the first movie to feature that little whistling Steamboat Willie at the beginning.
you might be right.
Yeah, I remember that trivia question
You give
in
you
the
give
game I played.
you give me a
Yeah,
hint for a future question.
yeah, yeah.
All right, Brian,
So, all right, yeah, good movie.
you're doing amazing, and you still have two lifelines, and you're
I
two away.
do.
Yeah, you're two away from the next benchmark.
Wow.
20,000. Let's go. What type of animal falls in love with the villainous cockatoo Nigel in the animated 2014 Blue Sky Studios film Rio 2? Is it a tree frog, a spectacled bear, an emerald tree boa, or a three-toed sloth?
Wow, I have no idea what this one is.
Have you seen this
I've
one?
never seen Rio.
Okay.
I've never even seen Rio 2.
Okay, you have your lifelines. You could ask
So
Skylar.
let's see. A type of animal falls in love with the villainous cockatoo. Isn't that a bird? A cockatoo?
Correct.
Nigel.
Nigel's a bird.
Uh, in the animated 2014 Blue Sky Studios film Rio 2. I don't even know what animals were in that. A tree frog, a spectacled bear, emerald tree boa, or a three-toed sloth. Man.
You have your Skylar if you want to use him, or you have your
Yeah, I'm
fifty-fifty.
hoping maybe he knows the answer. So let's go with Skyler.
Okay. You had no idea. Let's go with Skylar.
I
And
have no clue.
I vaguely remember this movie, but I'm 75% sure it is a tree frog.
Tree frog.
So he's 75% sure of A.
Hmm. But he's also 25% unsure.
That's true. You're the math guy, so
Yeah.
so yeah. So you can go with him,
Wow.
or you could if you want to use a
I
50-50 as
can
well,
take two answers away, huh?
if you want.
Man,
What are
okay.
you leaning towards right now?
I was leaning toward the sloth, but I think maybe you threw that in there because of Zootopia. Tree frog. 75% sure, huh? That's pretty confident. I'm gonna have to go with Skylar. I'm gonna say A, tree frog.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Oh, Brian, you had no
Uh-oh.
idea. Skylar was only 75. Well, not only, but he was 75% sure. If you get it right,
I'm
you
going
keep
with the
going.
probability.
If you get it wrong, that's the end of the game. Your answer is
Come on.
correct.
Is it?
Correct. Good job.
Yeah. Okay. It's not showing up on the screen. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
You know what? Every time that's the okay. I'm happy because it's like I usually get those wrong.
No, Skylar came help. He came in clutch, as the
Yeah.
kids say. So
There's a tree frog.
yeah. So the her character in the entire film, she thinks she's a poison dart frog, so she can't be with Nigel because if she touches him, he'll die. But so that's what the
Oh,
in the whole movie she thinks that, but at the end of the movie they realize she's just a normal tree frog. She's not actually poisonous.
oh, well,
So
good for Nigel.
not really. He doesn't like her. She's just obsessed with
Oh,
him.
the tree frog likes Nigel, but
Yeah,
it's not mutual.
correct.
Okay.
She's obsessed with him, and he couldn't care less.
Wow.
But Brian, yeah, you got that one
I
right.
know.
You have the
Thanks, Skyler.
thanks,
I owe
Skyler.
you, dude.
So
I'm gonna listen to your show more often now.
you have the 50-50. The next one's on 32,000. If you get it right, you will have that no matter what, and you will gain that double dip. But you have to get
All
it
right.
right
Hope
first.
I hope I know this one.
Hopefully, let's see.
Come on.
32,000,
Roll
Brian.
the dice with some Disney.
Which of the following video games got its own animated television series in February 2022? So Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Undertale, or Cuphead.
Which of the following video games got its own animated television series in February 2022? The only one I'm familiar with is Five Nights.
Wait, I think I might have lost your microphone. Say something. Yeah, I can't hear you. No, I still can't hear you. Just
Oh no.
oh wait, there you are. You're back.
Am I back?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's
What I said
my
was
connection.
the only solution, the only response down there that I've heard of is Five Nights at Freddy's
Okay.
because my kids used to play that game. But I think they would have told me that it had been made into an animated television series, or they would be into it and they would be like posting about it.
I have a
I
feeling
don't know.
if you had a phone a friend, you could ask one of your kids this and they might have known.
I know. Well, I've already used
You
those
already
too.
used it, yeah. So you have the 50-50. That's the only thing left.
Yeah, I wish Kyle, where's my son? He's still at band practice. Bendy and the Ink Machine, Undertale, and Doc and D Cuphead. I think I'm just gonna have to take two away because I want to say A, but if it goes away, then yay. I don't know. Go ahead and
Okay.
take two answers away.
We're gonna use your last lifeline. We got rid of two wrong answers
Yeah, I gotta
randomly.
use
It
it.
wasn't Five Nights at
Oh,
Freddy. It's either Undertale or Cuphead. So here's the plan. You could, if you get this right, you will get 32,000 no matter what. You can't leave less than that, and you'll get the double dip. If you get this wrong, you leave with 1,000. You could also
I
walk away
know.
with 20,000, but I'm not sure if that's enough to make it back to round two if we have
Yeah.
round two. There might be,
No,
but I'm
I
not
gotta
100% sure.
guess. I gotta
Okay.
guess and try to get to 32,000. Ah,
This is exciting.
Undertale or Cuphead? I've never even heard any. I don't even know what one of those is a. Are they both video games?
They're both computer games. Yes.
You know what? Cuphead just sounds so cool. Like it sounds like that's something they could make an animated television series about. You know, like I can visualize like a dude with a cup for a head. My kids watch like Gumball,
Mhm.
you know that,
Yeah,
and all these other crazy shows, like the regular show. I'm gonna go with Cuphead. That's just my gut is telling me that.
that's your final answer.
That's my final answer. B.
Brian, I don't think you've ever made it to 32,000 when you've been on this show. Will this may be different? Your
I don't know.
answer is
Come on.
correct.
Is it really? Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky tonight. That is crazy.
Wow. Brian,
Wow.
you have 32,000 no matter what you do today, and you
I've
just
never
gained that
got this
double dip.
high.
I don't think so. I think this is the highest
Man,
you've
and
got.
you were telling me, we were texting earlier about what time for me to do this. You said you had faith in me. Well, I got to believe more in myself.
There we go.
Look at that. See, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's like
So yeah,
these, it
so
looks like a great design to be animated. And man, their bodies look like Mickey.
exactly. So the game Cuphead the animation style is very reminiscent of like 1930s animation. So all the characters look like that old timey
Silly
drawings.
symphony kind of
Correct,
thing.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
So this show, the Cuphead show, this came out on Netflix in February. So it is based on the game. I haven't played the game, but it's on my list of games to
Okay.
get one day. I'm
I'm
sure.
gonna check out a couple episodes then. It's on
Sure.
Netflix now.
It looks like it's on Netflix. Yeah.
I
I'm
like how
sure.
they have straws coming out of their heads.
Exactly. And I'm sure if you ask
Oh,
your son about it, he probably knows the game too. So
see the flowers are really reminiscent of like the silly symphonies.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that old Silly Symphony, Max Fleischer, that type of
Okay.
cartoon back
Yeah.
in the day.
Yeah, I totally see that. Wow. Holy cow. I made it. I made it.
I'm so proud of you. So yeah.
Thanks.
So no matter what happens, you can't leave with less than 32,000, which is good. So and you have the
All
double
right.
dip. Remember the
And
double
I,
dip?
I have an extra lifeline.
The double dip. Yeah. This means you
All
get
right.
it
Well,
gives you two chances of answering a question.
so if I well, we'll just go ahead and do the next question. You can explain the rules. That's your job. I'll just try my best here and hope, and I'm praying for a Disney one. So
Hopefully, let's see what 64,000 gives us. 64,000. What profession did the mother of Walter, the young inept scientist, have in the animated 2019 Blue Sky Studios film Spies in Disguise?
I
Was
need
she
to
a
watch more Blue Sky stuff.
was she a firefighter? Was she a politician? Was she a news reporter? Or was she a police officer?
What profession did the mother of Walter, the young inept scientist, have in the animated 2019 Blue Sky Studios film Spies in
Have you
Disguise?
seen this one?
Nope, I've never even heard of it.
So yeah,
2019. Okay, Walter is a scientist, and his mother. Well,
and again, let me remind you, if you want to use the double dip, what that means is you can guess two things. So you can guess A, and if A is wrong, you get one more
oh,
chance to guess something
and
else.
then
You can
I get a
say
chance another one. Oh, that's
correct.
kind of cool. So
Then
I
if you
can.
get both wrong, then that's it. But if you get the next one right, you can keep going.
Oh, so if I use, what if I get the answer on my first guess? Do I have a? No, that's it. I
You
used it.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Ah, trying to think of what a good mother job. Like, I mean, firefighter is kind of like not exactly like what a mother would be doing, but you never know these days with women. A young, inept scientist. So he's not very good at being a scientist. Hmm. So I'm trying to think of about a job where the mom would be away for a lot. And like all of those jobs kind of are. We keep mom away from home. So there goes that line of reasoning.
That's why this is the hard level now. You're getting there.
Yeah, yeah. I am gonna guess.
Well, are you using double dip or are you gonna
Oh
guess?
yeah, I am gonna use the double dip
Okay.
because I just might as well. I don't know, have no idea.
Okay. So what's the first answer you're gonna guess?
My first guess is gonna be, let's see. I'm gonna guess uh politician
Final
for
answer.
the first one. Yep. Final answer. Double
Okay.
dip.
Using
My
double
first
dip.
guess.
It's first guess. If you get this wrong, you still have another chance. Is a politician? Your answer is wrong. It's not politician. So you
Oh,
have one more try. You can guess one of
okay.
the other three. If you get it wrong again, then that's it. You leave with 32,000.
All right. Well, I was gonna guess news reporter. Well, those were my two guesses. So yeah, this is like a total guess. Going with
Usually.
C, news reporter. Final answer.
All right. Second guess for double dip. Is this one right? Your answer is wrong. I'm
Oh
so sorry. You leave with 32,000
man, was
points
it
though.
police officer?
She was a police officer. So
Oh, look
what
at that.
happens is she dies early when he's a kid in a police situation, and he
Hmm.
misses her, and that he ends up becoming a scientist to like develop like bulletproof stuff and stuff that can protect people. So
Okay.
that's the
Well,
gist of it.
I need to watch more Blue Sky movies.
This was Blue Sky's last film before Disney bought them and they closed the studio. So,
Oh, okay.
but Brian, I'm so excited. You got to 32,000, and
Yeah.
you leave with that, so which is a good number. So if
All
there is
right.
a round two, I'll let you know if you make it. That's not a bad
Yeah.
place to be. And before we go, is there anything else you want to say, or how can people find you?
Well, I think first of all, thanks Mark for having me and doing this, and hope everybody's following Mark on his Instagram channel, the Animation Commendation, right?
Yeah,
How do you abbreviate that? It's like
the.anim.com.
yeah, the.anim.com. That's right. And then just give me a follow. Go to Keeping Walt and Disney and find me on there, and maybe we can find some fun classic Disney films to talk about.
We talk about the $1 Million Duck, which I love.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one that you like. Oh, that's a good one. Any movie with I'm blanking on his name now. I
Dean
know it's
Jones.
Dean Jones and Sandy Duncan. Oh yeah, Joe Flynn.
Yes.
Joe Flynn is like one of my favorite live action actors. He's just so corny.
Same. I could watch a movie with just him.
Yeah. Especially my favorite Joe Flynn movie is The Strongest Man in the World, where he like eats that cereal.
And just starts
And
doing
then
them.
yeah, he does all the exercise and does trapeze on the chandeliers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he is the best. Joe Flynn.
And if you guys
Yeah.
are into live action Disney, check out Brian's Instagram page for that as
Yeah,
well.
please do.
And for
And
anyone,
I'll go live. We'll go live. I think our next episode is next Wednesday night, and Jared and I are going to talk about Pete's Dragon,
okay,
the original 1977.
something like that. Yeah.
I want to say, yeah, with Mickey Rooney and Helen Reddy. What's the little guy's name? Sean Marshall. Is that the little boy?
I forget his name.
Yeah, I want to say that's it. And there's um the Gogan lady, Shelley Winters. Is that
Shelley
who it is?
Winters.
Yeah. So great movie, a lot of great songs, and a little animation. So there you go, Mark.
There you go.
Right up your alley.
Right up my alley.
Yeah.
And for anyone else watching this, we've had 6 contestants. None have made it to the million, but we have 4 more to go. Will one of them make it to the million? Who knows? Stay tuned and keep watching. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody.